right? So what we did earlier is we are going to add 1 to 10. So type first 2 and then drag up to, once you till get 10. So automatically filled. Similarly, number of packets, packeted, everything is 10, right? So you select 10, you drag. Similarly, number of packets 7, it's the same value. So you click and drag. You don't have to type one by one, right? And this one you type in the A1 and then you merge. You select everything and you select merge and center. Okay, please continue. I will go back to the exercise again. The remaining ones you have to type it, right? So we have to type pencil. You don't have to type everything. Type only stock and sold columns. Others you should be able to calculate by writing equations. So we have 23, 43, 23 again, 43, again 23 and 54, 23 and 64, 43 and 56. Right, if I share it again, what I have done so far. So what I did is I put up the column names and I put this one and make a one single cell. All the item numbers, packets per week filled with autofill. And I have just typed these things. This is enough because the others you can get it. Replacement also you have to type it, right? We'll first calculate this value. So we know the calculation is the difference, right? So how do you get the difference, Dhananjay? How do you get the balance? What the step? Now I have to write the equation in E3. Let me. What is the equation I have to write in E3?
Equals C3 minus D3.
Yes, we can say equals, the stock is C3 minus D3. Yes, that's we'll get 57. And then you can just autofill. You go to this place, click and drag. Automatically it should fill like this. You can double check the values. Right? Then you have to type replacement. So let's type replacement value. So in my case, it's 100. 150, 300, 200, 50, 300, 250, 200, 300, 400. So if you finish replacement one after filling, please let me know in the chat so that I can show you the next steps. let's back to the sheet again. Right. So let's back to the sheet again. So we need to find the total, right? How do you find the total? Can you tell me the equation, Dhananjay?
So balance plus replacement one.
Yeah. So balance means E3 plus we have to add the replacement F3. So we are getting 157. Again, use the autofill function to, fill it all. Then next, the number of packets, right? I will give the opportunity to Dhananjay to tell me the answer. Dhananjay, can you tell me like how to calculate the number of packets?
Equal G3 divided by H3.
So we have to say G3 divided by H3. So we should get 15.7 and we can autofill it. Right. Now the grand total I told you to find out, you multiply number of packets and packets per week. Seniru, can you tell me how to write that in equation? So you multiply number of
So
packets by packets per week.
equal I3 star J3.
Yeah, I3 you multiply by J3. So we are getting 109.9. So again, make it, autofill so that you can fill it like this. The next step would be like formatting this one. So I hope you can do it quickly, right? I'm not going to explain that part, right? Again, I will show you that. But once you finish it, I want you to send me a screenshot of your spreadsheet to WhatsApp, right? So I'll wait until you send me the WhatsApp message. Once you finish all the formatting, but if you have any difficulty, let me know in the chat, or you can even talk to me. Janandi said whether she can share the screen. Yes, possible. Let me allow it. Yes, I have allowed. So now you can share. Okay, good. Yes, you have finished. Good. I think this is exactly what I want. So it looks similar to what we have in the diagram, except some places where you need to center, like packeted also, you can see it's centered. So that column, this particular column that you can, column H, you can center. And then I think with that one, it's finished. Yeah, Senhiru, can you also share me the screen?
So wait some working on it.
Okay. Right. Then we'll move to the next one then. Right. Let's move to the next one. So let's share the next activity. So in this one, we are going to do some calculations, right? We are going to find out maximum and minimum values, and also use of couple of functions, right? So let's start together. Okay, let's move to activity number 2.6. Yes. We'll start together. We'll create this mark sheet. You can start, then I will explain, if you have any difficulties. You can say, okay, mark sheet 2018. So that's the first slide. And then I can type the columns, name, subject 1. Right now, don't worry about, formatting this one. First of all, you better type it. Subject 3, subject 4, subject 5. Then we have total and finally average. Right, text formatting I will discuss. The first of all, numbers. I told you, like, when you want to print numbers from 1 to 10, you don't have to type everything. If it is a number sequence, you can type the first 2 numbers and use the autofill to fill the remaining. So we are going to have like 10 students. Then Sita, Anti, Gayani, Ipal, Nasim, Anka, Bimalka, Ivanga, and then Pradeepa. Right, I will put up the marks. So we have 56, absent. This AB is so to say that, okay, that particular student is absent for the subject 1. Then we'll have 89, 78, 67, 56. AB to say that Bimalka is absent for subject 1. Then we have 54, and finally we have 56. Right, let's move on to subject 2. Let's move on to subject 3. Let's move on to subject 4. Yeah, 69, 89. Last 3 rows it's absent. Last one, subject 5. $76, absent. 69, 89, again absent. Right, I think that's all you have to type. Then after that, you have to have 1 row. After that, we can say maximum marks. Then we can have minimum marks. And then we can have number of present students, number of students in class. Right. And you know that this is merged, right? Two cells. So I'm going to select first two cells, merge and center. First two cells, merge and center. So I'm going to do that for the remaining ones, right? And then I can adjust the name a bit to get the space, a little bit more space, right? Okay, now let's try with total value. Yes, how to find the total, right? Maybe I will ask everyone to answer. So let's start with Netmi, right? Can you tell me what is the function I have to use for finding the total for Kasun? Yes, what is the function? Yes,
C3 to
Hmm.
G3.
Okay, so we have to use a function here. I'm going to use sum function, sum, that, and then we will say C3 to G3. Good. So we are getting 292. Now, once you type it, you don't have to type all the other. You use the autofill function here. You drag up to this point. So you are getting the values. Some of the places I'm not getting the correct answer. Maybe I have some. Okay, so I have some mistakes. I have put some values here mistakenly. Subject 4, I think I made some mistakes. I have to choose 56, 65, and then 70. So these are some of the mistakes I have done. Right. And then this is 78. This is 56. Then we have to have 96. Okay, now 76. That's okay, right? So I made some mistakes. So now if I compare the values, I'm getting the correct answers. Right, I have corrected the errors. Right, good. Okay. Then Dhananjay, can you tell me the function I have to use for finding the average value? Yes, Dhananjay. Equal.
Total by 5.
Or you can simply say average, or you can say total, or you can say sum, and you can divide by the number. Or simply you can say average, and can you tell me the range? What will be the range? It goes from C3 to
3.
G3, right? So what this means is I need to find the average value between C3 to G3. So this will add up all the values together and then you find the average. Or else the other one is you can get the total and divide by the number of subjects. That's also possible, right? So in this particular case, I'm using this one. So if you autofill, right? So you should be getting the correct answer. Right. Senhiru, can you tell me the getting maximum marks for subject 1? So how do you get the maximum marks for subject 1?
Equal, average, brackets.
No, it should be max. Max, brackets.
Oh, sorry,
What is the range?
max. Brackets, C3 to C12.
C12, good. So this will give you the maximum value for this one. So autofill in row wise up to the subject 5. So we are getting 77, 78, 98, and 89. Right, let me again, if I want to find out minimum marks, what should be the function? Yes.
Equal
Mhm.
minimum
Minimum, min.
min bracket
Yes.
C3 to
C3 to
C10, C12.
C12. Yes, exactly. So you have to put C12. So the minimum marks for subject 1 is 54. If you autofill it, then you will get the remaining values. For 45, it's for subject 2, 23, 56, and 69. Right. Now, how do you find number of present students?
Equal count
Yes.
B3, B12.
Count C3 to C12. It says 7, right? We'll get this. Yes, last one.
Equal count B3 to B12.
Yes. Now, number of students in the class, the total number. So whatever the value. Now here, when you say count, it'll be number of students without absentees, like it's the numbers. Right? So one thing is you can use count A. I mean, this is, you can just say 10, but you can use count A if you want. So we can say count A. What will happen is count A is, if there is any value, so that is, it goes from C3 to C12. Hopefully we are getting 10 here. Meaning that, okay, number of cells without empty, right? So you have something here. But here, when you say count, it means the number of cells with a number. Okay. Right. Now, with that one, we have done this. Now we can go for formatting. Right. Mark sheet, I will first of all merge and center. Right. And then we can, okay, change this to text direction. So orientation. It says orientation. And then in this case, I have to use rotate text up, which will give you this. Right. Okay. So let's start with formatting the other cells. Another one would be right. Okay. So we'll move to the next one. Okay, we can, okay, we'll start with here. Maybe we can bold it. or maybe we can increase the size a bit. And here we have to center it and maybe take into the middle and maybe again bold. We can increase the size a bit. Yes. And then we can center some of the values. So I'm centering these ones plus all the subject values. I can put this. If I want, I can change the heights as well. So I can, if you look at the column width, it will be about 8, maybe about 6, which will squeeze, right? And similarly for here as well, let me change the column width. Maybe I can put 6, squeeze, right? And total and average also we can rotate. Yes, like that. That's done. But in average, the formatting is 3 decimal places according to this one. Maybe I can increase a bit. Okay, like this. Right. Okay, so that's average, and then maximum marks. Again, I have to center those values. So I have centered those values. Right. Then borders around this one. So I can put a border. Right, maybe I can select this one. I can go to borders. Okay, where are we? Okay, so here the borders, and I can select all borders so that it'll around. But I can change the properties of the borders. So I will go to more border. Okay, maybe line style, and I can have thick, little bit thick. Right, maybe I can select it. I can go for all borders again. So now I have thick borders around this one. So similarly for the other one as well, I can have thick borders around. So now it will clearly visible. Now I can fill color, background colors, a color of your choice. I don't mind, right? So I can choose, for example, more colors, right? Okay. And then maybe next slide, we can have, yes, some colors, yes, something like this. Maybe this direction, right? I can put, yes, some colors like this. Here also we can put, yes, then the subject colors. Maybe we can, it's, yeah, we can go for more colors. Yeah, something like this. Would it? Yes, we select something that's too much, but anyway. Then, yes, some colors again, like some light, right? And then maybe some green here. I'm trying to match some of the colors to see the visually similar. Then we have some blue color, right? And then green color. Then again, right? And then finally, yeah, yellowish. Like this. Okay. So hope you could also done this one. So with that one, we finished activity number 2.6. Yes, I want everyone to share your screen. So I will stop my share. Can I see like Dhananjay? Can you share your screen, whatever you have done so far? How about Netmi? Dhananji is sharing. Okay, good, Dhananji. Yes, looks good. Yeah. How about Netmi? Thanks, Dhananji. Netmi, is it possible you to share the screen? Okay, good. How about Netmi? Finished? Or you need more time? Okay, okay. Okay, Netmi, it's okay. If you go to activity number 7, the functions are given there. So some function is given there, average function given there. Okay, I will go back to the book again, right? So if you go to page number 19, these are the useful function. So sum function, average function, count function, and count. These are the ones we actually used, right? For these values. Okay, so saving, I hope you can do this. So you can save the file, make sure that you save the file and provide some suitable name for that. Right. Okay. Now, another thing I would like to discuss is the activity number 2.8, where we can sort the results, right? Now, for example, I can sort according to their name. I can sort according to their, the names, right? So let me show you that one, how we are going to do this, right? Now let's, based on their total, let's sort, right? So to do this, let me go to my Excel sheet. Now I'm going to select, right? First of all the range of values in this particular case. So I'm going to sort this, right? And then you can select what parts you want to sort it out. So I'm going to select, all these together. So this is the range that I'm going to select. And then you go to sort and filter. So here you can see sort and filter. You click on this, right? And then select custom sort. Why I'm saying custom sort, it depends on what exactly you want to do. So I'm going to do this, right? Now, the column we have to select which column we are going to use, right? Okay, I will go back again, right? So you can select with these names as well, because then it's easier. So select with the names and all the other 10 rows, and then go to sort and filter, custom sort. So in the custom sort, then you can select what you need to sort. Now this is based on the total, so you select total here. So select total, and then you sort on cell values and go from largest to small. Select largest to small. Okay. So select the range from A2 to I12, and then go to sort and filter. Sort by total, sort on cell values, and select largest to smallest. If you do it correctly, now when you do this, it will change the columns, right? It'll change the columns. And here is what you should get. Right? So you now see that. So Gayani got the first place, Deepal, Kasun, Tanuk, and so on. So I will repeat again, right? I will explain from the beginning one more time. So to sort, select the range A1 to I12, right? So that's the first step. Go to sort and filter and go to custom sort. Now in the custom sort, select the column. In this particular case, we are going to sort by the total based on their value. And the order, I'm going to change it from largest to smallest. That's all. When you click OK, so now you can see all the students' names are sorted based on their total values. Easy, right? Okay. One more time. This time I'm going to sort based on the name A to Z, the second one. Like in previous case, you select whole range from A1 to I12, right? Then you go to sort filter, custom sort. This time I'm going to sort based on the name, right? Name. And then order is A to Z, simply. So now you can see, right? So based on the names, we have sorted, right? The mark sheet. Okay. So I guess with that one, we have finished up to exercise activity number 2.8, right? We have just finished activity number, yes, 2.8. Right. So graphs we have not discussed. Right, okay. So next week we are going to go to graphs. Make sure that you have typed and come, right? Make a note. Please type the activity number 2.9. Prepare that sheet, and also share me in the WhatsApp the sheet, right? So weekend collection. So type it and come. So next week I will discuss how to draw the graph given a data set, right, in Excel. That part I will discuss next week. With that one, actually, we will be finishing the Excel part, and then we'll move on to programming, right? For the programming, actually, we have to, if you are not done programming earlier, we have to look back from grade 7 and grade 6, I guess. That's where the programming starts. So we have to cover from there, actually. That's okay. So that's all for today. And then we'll meet next week then. And I will have a quiz next week on Excel. So please go through the notes and also the activities and come prepared and come. We have a small quiz like we did in earlier, right? So we will have some quiz to conclude the Excel lesson. Okay. Good night, guys. We'll meet next week. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.